Hi, today I'm going to show you how to work with Ashe Design texture overlays to enhance your photos. We'll start here with our open photo, and on our other tab I've chosen one of our textures from our worn collection. You can actually find this texture if you go to ashedesign.com and type in worn texture. Okay, so let's grab our move tool and let's click on our texture. Let's move it up to our photo tab and drop our texture right in. Next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to scale that texture. So let's go to Edit, Transform, Scale. And let's just scale that down. We'll put it right over. And it's okay if the texture is distorted somewhat. Let's go ahead and apply that. Okay, so what we're going to want to do next is we're going to want to choose a color from this texture. We're going to want to paint the texture off of places like, you know, your face and your arms, any sort of flesh areas. So we're going to go grab our eyedropper tool and let's choose a color in here that is sort of fleshy. So here's something down in this area that looks pretty good to me. So now that we've got that, now our foreground color is selected, which means when we paint with our brush tool, we'll be painting with that color. So now what we want to do is we want to go to our blend modes and choose a blend mode for our photograph. So I'm going to start with dissolve, and then I'm just going to hit the down arrow on my keyboard to cycle through the different blend modes. And as you can see, it changes depending on whichever blend mode you're on at the moment. And what I always tend to go back to is soft light. I just love soft light. I think it looks really nice on most textures. But this is a little bit too strong, so I'm going to bring the opacity down to where I think it's reasonable for this photo. Maybe about there looks pretty good. Okay, so now we're ready to grab our brush tool and paint the texture off of their faces. So let's start by just painting right on here. And you can see the texture moving away from the face. Get it off the neck. I actually don't want it on her hair either. Take that off. And then get that face, his neck. And any other skin areas. Of course, I'm doing this quickly. You'll be more careful about this when you're doing your final. So now if we turn our texture off and then back on, you can see that the texture is applied to your entire image, but not the faces. And that's it. That's how to use our textures.